Hey, everybody, welcome. Seeing if we can maybe do the end? Question mark? Probably not now because it's so late. Of Stray Gods. Good to see you, Comet. This was Comet's community request. Welcome, Blue Frost. I appreciate you asking. I'm feeling better. Hopefully, yeah. I'm fine, I guess. I'm very accident prone. Good to see you, Arzu and Lord Hosk. Even if you can't stick around. Even if. I wonder if they'll have... Oh, I don't think they do, because we did try it last time too, didn't we? It'd be nice if they had, like, a previously on. Yeah, sorry about my additional accident. I fell down my stairs today, and it was bad. As in, like, Tanya was there watching me, and when I did it, she went, "Oh my god, do we need to go?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine." Glad I'm feeling better. Yeah. I mean, I can't walk. Like, I'm bad. I can walk, but it's carefully. I twisted my ankle. What I did is I did the very fun, like, you know, here's me, step, and I had my back, like, she told me to chase the cat because the cat was acting weird and he likes to play. So I kind of like, kind of thing with him, and he jumps away, and then I'm like, I turn around to like go back to her, and I thought that I had gone up one step, so I, went and stepped over both and started falling, and then my body tried to correct, and my foot, instead of coming down like this, I was like trying to find where the ground was, so my foot went like that. So of course then I immediately rolled my ankle. Like I had put all of my weight on it, and I had absolutely zero, like, the instant I put weight on it, I fell. Like, it was just like, I crumpled. Like, it was instant. It wasn't like a stumble, it wasn't like nothing like that. And it was bad enough that, like I said, like, so I rolled over that ankle, and she was like, is your leg okay? And I'm like, yeah, my right leg's kind of okay. She's like, no, like, your left. And like, she was worried that my left was at a weird angle, like how I fell, because like I said, had so little resistance falling like that I like spun and just slammed on my left side, and now my left side is all fucked too. So my ankle is like just really swollen and awful and sprained, and I think I pulled my Achilles on my other side a little bit. I don't think that it's hospital worthy, but it's not great. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Hey, boys! Welcome. I'm going over my incredibly klutzy accidents where I fell down my stairs today and went from planning 2 streams to planning 1 stream to being hours late to this single stream. So we just started. Gotta stop falling down. I'd like to. Yeah, I hurt myself real good. In any case, I'm fine. I didn't go to the hospital. I don't think I need to go to the hospital, but I'm doing one of those ones where it's like, okay, well, if my Achilles tendon is still bad, like 2 or 3 days from now, as I now am no longer exercising, and I'm gonna let it rest, if it doesn't go away, then I probably need to go and see a doctor. Hey, BCM, good to see you. Love Big Cuddle Monster. Nice to have you all here. This is Stray Gods. We didn't talk about this. We played it last week on Thursday. It is a community request. So, like, Comet had asked that I stream it for a day. That is one of the requests that we have. It says specifically 1 day, but this is like a 6-hour game. I played it for like 4, so I'm hoping that I can get close to finishing it. It's neat. It's very much like kind of a visual novel. It kind of reminds me of... The thing that I was thinking of is it feels very similar in some ways to the Wolf Among Us Telltale game that I played years ago. This one has a lot of musical components to it. because our character, so like the conceit is Greek gods are still real and living across America, kind of, you know, the regular trope in a way. And there's been a murder. Calliope, the muse, has died. She's able to like manipulate people, kind of. I mean, like she compels them to make art, which is it's fun that they did a full inclusion of what like why it's a musical. Like a lot of the times you don't have to do that. It's certainly unnecessary. You can just have people break out into song and just have fun with it. But this one, it's kind of neat. They were like, well, see, she's a muse, so you're trying to use your powers to like unseed people's deeper, darker secrets kind of thing and uncover this murder. Logo Cycle is the hypest fucking game, by the way. Yeah, sorry, I didn't say hi to you, boys. Good to see you. Hopefully you had a good stream. I will have to check out Local Cycle. Is that what you did? I'll go back and watch your VOD tomorrow for sure. I'll definitely check that out. Okay, so anyway, there's been a murder. We're the new muse. I'm positive it's Athena. Like, I've known for an hour and a half of the last one. Like, I think like 45 minutes in, I was like, okay, so it's Athena, right? And I just feel like there's a really good chance of Athena. And everybody else is like, oh, what about like Pan? And what about this person and that person? And it's like, no, it's fucking Athena. Please, everyone. Pan we're currently investigating in a way because he sent Medusa to follow Calliope. And he's obviously got his own angle, but he doesn't seem like a murderer. Concept for this sounds great. It's a lot of fun. It's got a good art style. It's very, like, very queer.
So it's the
very
news,
cool
Miss
that way.
Muse? Miss Muse?
This is our human friend.
Does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I
We're
went to a
just
party
pals.
held by the goddess of love, and she.
Oh yeah,
died.
there's some tough stuff.
I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home, just reading a book. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Oh, they're roommates.
Okay, well,
Yep.
let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years.
It is really weird because
Sure, they have magic
a
and
lot of
whatnot,
them
but in all
immediately,
this
like-
time, nobody's found them out. Athena is that good.
Who says
goddess of
nobody has
wisdom.
found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah, you're right.
they're out there. So Kaz and Brian are other members of our band. Freddie is one of them also. She's been our companion, though, throughout the game. And we haven't seen Kaz and Brian again at all since the beginning.
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's
Okay,
best
that's
just to
good.
not mix them up in
That's
this.
actually really good with the way that it was at the beginning. Oh my god, that is a kind of a great twist. Because they had so little on them. Like, they've had almost nothing on Brian and Kaz, but at the beginning, the one's complaining, like, hey, man, like, I thought that you were only going to be at my couch for a couple days kind of thing. And it's like, oh, yeah, like, yeah, big excuses.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so
Oh,
mad
yeah,
I
also,
could
if we don't solve the
spit.
murder, we're
You
going to die.
know what I mean.
So.
Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has The Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
I kind of
Look,
hate that
Grace,
name, too,
you can't
actually.
be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
That's also very fair.
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's gotta be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe? Who do you want to hear about?
That band name is terrible. That's so bad. It's so bad. I think that this is really for people that don't know Greek mythology a bit.
Yeah, maybe those
Mine are
stories don't
good.
really fit anymore. You're probably right.
I usually am.
There's
It's a
enough
burden.
info to go on, honestly. Like, it's not hiding any information. You don't need to have a real understanding of Greek mythology to get this game.
Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
Alright, let's go see Persephone. We kind of had a choice, it seemed like, to side with Persephone or Apollo. And Apollo is the god of depression
You've
and a surfer
returned.
dude.
I'm glad.
And Persephone is,
I've had time to do some thinking.
well, you
I
know.
may have been too dismissive after Aphrodite's party. You no doubt have many questions about the Eidolon and Calliope's memories.
Listen, I made a choice.
Apollo told me a little about it. He did say I should talk to you, though.
Did he now? Is there anything you'd like to ask?
How many times have you died? So when they die, they can, like, kind of pass on their god soul, and then it slowly overwrites the memories of the person that they had, which is honestly terrifying and horrible.
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
We call it passing on. I've lost track of just how many times I've passed on my Eidolon. A dozen? It's happened less often in more recent eras.
And the one you told me about, the woman married to that gangster? She was the most recent?
I don't think of Chastity as a she. That was me, just as the one my husband blasted with a shotgun was also me. It was one of the few times I wasn't able to prepare my successor. We were friends, yes, but I didn't know what Persephone was, and I had no idea what I'd just become.
That must have been difficult.
It was more difficult taking over my dead husband's territory. Women weren't often mobsters in those days.
Gotcha rules. Yeah, it's more merge than overwrite, but yes, the problem with merge is that when you merge a drop into an ocean, it's really more of an overwrite, because, yeah, they merge, but you know, Grace is 20 or 30, and she doesn't need any of this shit, but also, she specifically does not need, like, you know, 4,000 years worth of god memory. Or whatever they're saying it is.
Were you really a gangster? I've heard it said, but it sounds...
Believable.
Let me
We've
put
seen
it this
Persephone.
way. I felt as if I'd been blessed by a dying woman who saved me from a prison of my own making. I didn't know what I was, but I was free. I felt more alive than I'd ever felt before, and strong enough to toss an ox 10 feet. Did I set out to become a mobster? Not exactly. My husband's friends thought I'd murdered him, however, so they came after me. And one thing led to another.
So I just had to kill them
I
all.
see.
Athena found me just as my memories were starting to return. I wasn't permitted to continue doing something so noticeable, so I was carted off to Olympus. It's too bad, really. I was an excellent mobster.
I believe it. Yeah, okay. Also, is it possible to die forever?
Wait, you said that Persephone
there's
passed
a
on her
lot of
Eidolon
gods that
as
are
she lay
missing.
dying. What if she had just died?
The Eidolon will keep us alive for a time, even in the most horrific circumstances, in hopes that there's someone to pass it on to.
What if there isn't? What if Chastity had died before you were shot?
Well, then the line of Persephone would have ended then and there. Oh, there are some stories that say an Eidolon will go wandering, that it never really dies. And who knows if there's any truth to that. It's not exactly something we've had the opportunity to study. All we know is that many idols have left us forever. They've died, and that's how it happens.
Alright.
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
First, you'll have dreams. Places you've never been, people you've never met. But unlike with normal dreams, these will linger. Then they will come while you're awake. Sudden flashes or snippets of déjà vu. And sometimes it will seem so real you'll swear you're hallucinating. If there's anything difficult about the process, is that it becomes hard to differentiate between your life and all these other lives you're now recalling.
It does sound confusing.
Confusing and often unpleasant, as not all the memories will be fond ones. But that will pass in time.
So, this is also part of the reason why, like, Athena has to be the one that did it, because they wanted to kill us when we came back. And I don't think Persephone is actually bad. And so, like, there was a council of 4 called the Chorus that decided on it. Or was it just the 3? It's Persephone, Apollo, Athena. Was there a 4th one? Anyways, the Athena seemed pretty adamant that we should die for this. And, like, changed her mind eventually. Oh, Aphrodite. Right, Aphrodite was there. And, like, Aphrodite definitely is not a suspect. Persephone and Apollo don't seem like the type. And they're trying to kill you because, in hell, as your memories come back, you'll know who killed you. Like, it's not gonna be obvious. So you'd think that they would just not put a timer on it, but nobody seems to be thinking about that but us, the player character.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your
Or
life
rather,
from the others.
The player behind the character.
How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Oh, how do I explain this? Grace, would you say that you are who you are because of your experiences? The things you've lived and done?
Yes.
I guess so, sure.
Well, all the things Calliope has done, and those before her, will now be yours.
Yeah, that's why
They
this
will
is
feel
scary.
like a part of your life as well.
Yes, yeah,
Thus,
because that
they
overrides
can't
your
help
personality.
but shape you.
Yeah.
The Grace that is now will be and will have done so much more. Fortunately, you don't have to deal with every memory. Each time the Eidolon passes on, the oldest memories fade, and that helps.
How is fading memories a good thing? Well, when it's an ocean.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
Think of how old we are, Grace. If all those memories returned to you with perfect clarity, they would destroy you.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Far more than we remember. The further I think back, the more it becomes a bit of a blur, actually.
This is just kind
You'll
of
recall
life.
important moments. Some will be mixed up with the stories mortals tell, and you won't be sure which is the memory and which is the story. An idol's memory is a series of islands in a dark ocean, and they become smaller and smaller as they recede into the horizon. It sounds dire, but you become accustomed to it. It just takes time. And now you have all the time in the world.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Either the trial will end poorly, in which case all of this is moot, or it will end well, and you will have plenty of time to digest.
Yeah, thanks for the update.
It's
I'm
cool.
a
You either
realist,
live or you
Grace.
die. 50-50.
It's what I'm best at. Now then, unless
Great
you've
odds.
something else to ask.
I think we're good.
No, not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
Oh, hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
Okay. So, I'm starting to hear the Erika Ishii in Hermes now that I know. Yeah, were you
Waited.
looking for me?
Were you looking for me?
All over, yeah. Athena sent me to find you, but it wasn't easy. Yeah, you must have been busy.
Yeah, because I stand trial soon.
Right. Right, that makes sense. Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena?
Yeah.
I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually.
Like, this is a
She has
murder,
that
right?
look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm. Never
How
leaves
does Athena
Olympus,
manage
huh?
never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the
Okay, it'd be
building?
kind of neat if we could see the owl.
She'll go
in
to the
scenes
reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
I suppose there's no
Alright.
point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddy, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
I thought for sure you'd be way more fucked when you found a dead body in your apartment. Well, okay, a dying body. She died in your arms. Do you remember that? In your arms? Oh. Oh, you can now get a second trait? Or does it just change? Huh. Because we picked that at the beginning and it gave us access to
There
certain
you are,
dialogue
Grace.
options.
Do have a seat.
Weird. We had to, yes, we do have to go with
I
kick ass
prefer
and
to
stick with
stand,
idiot
thanks.
Grace. God, it's
As
been
you like.
killing me. Absolutely
You've certainly
killing
been
me.
busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
Uh-huh.
But you know
Yeah,
what
you know what
happened
happened
there.
there.
That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet
How
it's
am I
not where
supposed to
she
look
died,
at it?
Grace. Is it?
That's
So
kind of
because
not relevant.
she made it all the way to
murder.
my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
Mm-hmm.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to
Oh, I believe it.
all
I believe
the
that
idols.
she cares very deeply about what happens to us.
You care
Honestly, I feel like
about me? That's a laugh. You sit up here in your tower, and whatever humanity you might have once had, whatever wisdom, it's eroded away to nothing.
Oh no, she has wisdom because
The
everyone
only
else
thing
is
you
stupid
care
enough to believe
about
her.
is making sure it doesn't all shatter. Not on your watch.
Uh-oh.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
Ooh, what happened to Hades?
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
Well, because she's killing Calliope. Just doing it
We-
again.
Are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean, our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more.
Oh.
We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Everyone
it.
dies.
That's what you have to say? Sorry we're gonna kill you, but things are dire. Things are tough all over, Athena. Do you really think clamping down on your rules will make it better?
Those rules are our last line of defense against chaos, dear. I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Yeah, let's
All
discuss
right,
Medusa.
let's talk about Medusa.
Met her, have you?
Why
I just
does
have
she
to know
work for you?
why. Of all the people you could have working for you, why her?
We could have left her behind. I elected to bring her because, in the end, she is my responsibility. But Medusa didn't want charity. She volunteered to work in my service. It's trying at times. Now, if there isn't anything else,
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
doesn't matter. You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
Oh, hell no.
gave it to me? Athena, I had that key all along. It's just like you thought. I used it to attack Calliope that night. Then I brought her back home to finish her off. A mortal with a plan, baby. Stole my way into godhood. Watch me roar.
That's not funny, Grace.
What's funny is that you thought I'd tell you without getting anything in return.
Correct.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Oh, don't ask about if Pan's a killer. We know he's not. But this
Speaking
one,
of the
though-
reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew.
Oh,
Perhaps the
Jesus
incidents are
Christ.
connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
We're buying this.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Oh, I'm
Will you?
sure she will
Really?
take an opportunity to resolve this in a different way.
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
We're good. Do not eat food from this woman.
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get rough. As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
Do you
Why
think
are they
she's telling
really
the truth?
dying?
About the idols dying out?
Weird.
I'm not sure. I mean, if it is true, why hasn't she told the rest of the chorus?
It sounds like she doesn't trust you.
Well,
No, she
the
does not.
feeling is mutual. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh. What now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
Hell yeah. Okay, but
What
now
for?
why?
Is there something I need to ask Hecate?
The one thing we do not yet know is
Weird that
why
was grayed
Calliope
out.
went to the reliquary in the
I
first
guess we
place.
missed it. Maybe because of Apollo
Okay, I'll
stuff
bite.
that we didn't see.
How would I find that out? You think she left clues?
There's a lot of different
We
ways. to
can't
play
ask
this.
Calliope what her
which is pretty
plan
cool.
was. But you might be able to remember what she was doing there.
Her memories? But I thought...
That it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Stick out your fingers.
I'm
and
willing to
rub them
wager
down
the
with
place
books, I
Calliope met
guess.
her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm certainly not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Then you mean...
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
Yeah, the reliquary
What
does
about
have
the
alarms.
alarms?
That's a thing.
I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I?
Yeah.
What if I
like-
follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Well, you follow the right one.
Then they
to set them off
discover
because
you and we
Calliope set them
apologize
off.
profusely.
Will not be a good look, though, just saying.
Yeah. No, it won't. Okay.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I love having our two girlfriends in the same apartment right now.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. Now that doesn't mean you should take stupid risks. Don't be a fool, Grace.
Too late.
We're already way beyond that, aren't we?
Come on, the time for adventure is now.
Okay, yeah. There's.
Oh, this will not end well. I know it.
Freddy distracts Hecate. Oh, that's a bad idea. Huh. Kind of feel like we went with Charming and Kick-Ass. We'll just be honest. Let's go in there. It's good. She'll be happy to see us. She's our friend Hecate. We helped solve her bull problem.
Ah, so that is now. Oh, you were expecting us? It is written that
She
you would come,
Does
yes.
see the future, yes.
That is so cool. I kid you not.
Yet it was also written that you would sneak into the reliquary as Calliope did, so this encounter is unanticipated.
This book of yours really isn't as accurate as you make it out to be.
The course it lays out is almost always correct. The smaller things, they are subject to free will and frequently change. However, even without the book, I do understand why you've come. Is there a reason why you believe my answer will be different now?
Asterion said you don't know why Calliope was here, or what she did.
That is correct.
Don't you want to? Aren't you the least bit curious?
You could say it's your duty to find out, at least so it doesn't happen again, right?
That is an argument not entirely without merit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good point, actually.
Then let me try.
Oh.
I'll accept whatever conditions you want, Hecate. I'm begging you.
You will regret this. That is also written.
That is a yes.
Go quickly. Look, but do not touch. The reliquary stores many artifacts, some dangerous.
Got it. Okay, Grace. What the heck do you do now? Of all the times to not have Freddy around, she'd love this. First things first, how do I do this?
Do you like spooky
Where
libraries?
do I even start?
I mean, spooky libraries are pretty rad, actually, but...
Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just... focus.
Closing our eyes is more helpful. Supposed to be getting in all this data. One of my favorite places to always be is like musty old bookstores. Oh, there's something about like an old book smell that just rules.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
Cool, there's a lot of things that you should not be touching here, it looks. Ooh, that looks like a very cool mask. Let's look at that first. That really grabbed my attention.
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right?
Egg. Ponder egg. Ah, that's
I
okay.
don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Okay, instrument actually seems like maybe a thing I should look at, considering, you know, art,
Is that
muse.
a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both.
Really? I was expecting that to maybe give the trigger.
Is this an armory, too?
I'm wondering if we have to go through all of them? Or am I just bad at guessing what it could be? Let's go in mirror. Mirrors are creepy. It also seems like the most dangerous thing to do.
This is it.
Yeah, there we go.
Calliope was here.
Because, like,
She was
if we can't touch
standing
anything, we just
right
look at
here.
them. The mirror seems like the thing that you shouldn't
she-
look at. Okay, yeah, but you aren't supposed to touch. Oh, it's the Fates. That's good.
Uh-oh. I don't suppose there's any chance you'll put those knives away.
that almost looks Persephone-esque.
Okay then. What's happening? Why didn't it work?
They don't have mouths. They're porcelain. You're not gonna make them sing and do art.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus
Grace?
Christ, Freddy. What?
Freddy!
Why did you
We've gotta
get in
run.
there?
My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Hi, something about this?
No, I won't let you.
Yeah?
Freddy!
That seemed like a bad move? Do you maybe want to do something? There you go.
Oh God. Oh God, Freddy.
By the gods.
You summoned the Furies.
Oh.
What?
Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here?
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it.
There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
Okay, but
I don't
yeah.
care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her.
I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that. This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
I'm not leaving Freddy. Not like this. All this magic. There has to be something. Don't tell me there's no way to undo this.
Come. There's nothing more to be done.
Okay, Persephone's definitely gonna help us. That look. Well, that's unfortunately shitty. Wow, we were really close to the end of Act 2 last time. Gotcha.
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
I will say, I do wish that they would remove the mouse once you clicked on things. And like, if I choose with this wheel and use my keyboard instead, it brings the mouse back like I clicked on it, which kind of sucks.
Her name is Freddy. Was Freddy. She was more than just my friend.
Yes, I see that. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be, I'm afraid I have no clue.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror.
She's trying to use the mirror to contact
but
the
it was
fates.
just
That's still
feeling.
something.
I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror. To speak to the fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command. Or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the fates are likely to oblige.
Can these fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
It's like they're powerful enough to be beyond that.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey, from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, through Apollo.
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Oh. But Hades... So
Is that
Hades dead,
something
though.
we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Who's
Truth
there
be
now?
told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Yeah, did you plan this all along? Yeah. I don't think so, though.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned
I was
about
gonna say,
breaking
what if
more
we
rules.
take the throne?
The responsibility of this will be mine.
I mean,
Let Athena try to take my throne again.
they talk about how nobody has the power over life or death among the Greek gods, but that's not really been the case in the story.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the fates. It's simple.
Okay.
I'm in.
No need to keep selling me on it. I'm in.
You are?
Yeah. I need to punch something really hard. Or overthrow hell. I'm good with either of those things.
Did you see that, Apollo? You see, that is what a backbone looks like.
Damn.
I can't. I'm sorry. But this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies. According to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, what?
Yeah, wait.
You said Hades was
I
empty.
was wondering about that.
Your friend may, in fact, be the first new soul to enter its halls in many years.
And thus could leave it. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Yeah, no, this didn't feel like the game where she would be dead permanently. I think that we can save her.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't
big
know.
favor.
Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Freddie's dead, Hermes.
What? When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fun portal.
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
We are going with Persephone. That's probably a good thing. As long as we trust her enough. And I kind of do. She wanted to kill us. But she's open about it.
Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow. It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter.
Yeah, like, how did you get
A
Barth
bitter
in this?
shade named Orpheus has been
Oh.
squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
Okay, that's fun. Orpheus took over.
So there's gonna be a fight? Good. I need something to punch.
Don't get too excited, Grace. Orpheus is hardly a worthy foe.
Really? Even though he took your throne?
He took an empty throne after I left. That does not make him a king. Just someone else that's in my way.
In our way, you mean?
Yes, in our way.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
That
And
kinda
what are
seems
we
describes
supposed to do?
all of you,
Organize an armed
honestly.
resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
Oh?
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Yeah, Orpheus versus the Muse, sure.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to
Idiot
retrieve his
Grace.
love,
No
Eurydice,
idea.
and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
Alright.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come, it's time to cross the Styx.
That's a yes. That's definitely a yes.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
What about you? Oh, that's a great Charon.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Charon, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Big man. Yeah, we're not with Persephone. We're here to
My
save
name
Fred
is
and
Grace, and I'm here to save my friend Freddie. Have you seen her?
He says he has. She spoke a great deal as they crossed the river, and that made him very happy.
Happy? Why happy?
I don't
Talked to
imagine
anybody
Charon
all
gets
the
much
time,
company
yeah.
these days, Grace.
Aww.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Charon. Stop asking.
Hey. I mean, I want to say this, but like not now.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him.
Okay, that's good.
You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Charon. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Well, then it's perfect for us to like do a song, which I'm sure is happening. We haven't had any of the music so far tonight. There. Oh, maybe. There we go.
Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
Oh, he learned you killed Hades.
About suffering.
You're from my fucking
You've
friend.
seen your life disappear. I lost a friend. If I could find her again, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Someone's coming.
Oh, they've got a
There's
ripped
music
Orpheus.
floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
We
coming.
might have a problem.
A wolf is waiting in the
This
tune.
bard's already
Someone's
dead,
coming.
but you can defeat him.
I can feel them howling at the
My
moon.
help.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
Okay, that's a good way to end it. God damn it, don't turn your power off like that.
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny.
Hey.
Welcome
Aw,
to
Benny.
my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse, any requests? Questions?
Let's try and mess
Are you
with
really
him.
that good?
Down, down, loop it. I wouldn't say that I'm good. I wouldn't say that I'm great. I wouldn't say that my timing's perfect. I wouldn't say that I'm late.
But you can say that he's
The best it's ever been. The best you've ever seen. The best you've ever heard. And I haven't even really sung a single word.
I think I chose poorly.
Okay, just getting a gauge. Not your thing? Try again. Another request?
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water.
I like that
How
Orpheus
far
has basically
do you
formed all
sink
of the souls
till
left
you're
in Hades into a
buried
man.
below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go. You're asking the wrong person.
I hear your torment and your suffering. They made your love
I can find her again. That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm
Orpheus,
here.
you're here for you are stubborn.
This is when you say you're certain you had no control. But I saw you smiling when your husband condemned my soul. I have nothing but a dark and empty hole,
Only for a second,
wanting
but let's hear Orpheus out.
something to fill a shallow soul. I am the king of constant sorrow with a throne room.
It's not your throne, Orpheus.
It will be until you admit you were wrong.
I wouldn't go there. It's too much for you, and I'm not sorry for your mistake.
Orpheus, you could stop this song now, or better yet, we could work this all out. There's a new day coming.
That would require Persephone to listen, would it not?
I mean, all she has to do is say sorry, right?
So much for your new day, dear muse.
You should stop
Kick that kick-ass thing, let's use
hurting
it.
each other now. We should find out if Freddy is near.
We'll get to that, Grace.
Where's my friend? We have to find her again. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Why do you give a fuck about the throne anyway?
You both exist somewhere on the border between real and imagined, the living, the dead. So how can this place be everything you dreamed of? You both deserve more, you must let it go. You both deserve more than this stupid throne.
That's why I'm taking it. Quick, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Touch it, overthrow hell. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You're right there. Isn't that the whole thing? She's closest.
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
Yes. Yes.
Of course not. This hell is mine.
You
That's
dare. All this talk of being trapped by the past, and it was just a smokescreen so you could take the throne? You?
I don't care about ruling Hades, but someone has to sit here to contact the Fates, right?
And for that, you needed to usurp my rightful place? Oh, don't make me laugh.
I honestly
You were
don't
fighting,
care what
fuck
you
it.
think. I'm gonna finish what we came here to do.
You think that taking the throne will help you? Go on then. Please, show me your power, oh great queen of Hades.
Freddy, are you out there?
Does that work?
Freddy, if you're here, if you're anywhere, please.
Problems?
Is there some trick to it? Or are you not gonna tell me now?
I'll let you in on a little secret, Grace. There is no bringing back your friend. There never was.
And the Fates?
Oh, they hear you. They simply don't care.
Wow.
I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, you're you. And I believed what I wanted to believe.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
You're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Wait, I have a plan.
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
She's a spirit in the underworld. Let her take the throne.
You shouldn't even have been there. I never should have gotten you involved.
Hey, no. You didn't get me involved. I got myself involved.
And
That's
look
actually
what
kind of
happened.
true.
I got to be the hero of the story. Just for one shiny moment. How cool is that?
This isn't a story, Fred.
You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Like, what if we let her be
Almost.
the Queen of Hades forever?
I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
That seems weird. Like they would have all known that?
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. I
My
just don't...
Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me,
Yeah, she was killed by the Furies there. But the rule was that.
This is real.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
we parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about
Lots
how
of gal
bitterly we
pals.
argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you that? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know about
Yeah, we
you,
got the
but
time.
I have all the time in the world. Okay, yeah, bad joke. But I really do need to hear this.
Apollo delivered, with great reluctance, a prophecy that said I needed to die.
And who did he deliver this prophecy to?
Athena.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world,
Dun dun dun.
to you.
Why
Why
come
the
to
fuck
me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I wish you hadn't. You didn't give me any choice.
I wanted to. I thought I would at least have time to explain.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
The Furies, they kept coming. It was all I could do just to reach you. I am so sorry, Grace. I truly did not mean for it to be like this.
So,
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so we're done, right?
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
I don't
Nah,
believe
fuck that.
Athena's got
Athena's an
tunnel
idiot.
vision. She must be wrong.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
you went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
I'm sure he didn't mean that she would get murdered. It's one thing to be like, oh yeah, I saw Jim. He's walking down at the hardware store. And another thing to be like, holy shit, they killed Jim afterwards.
That's
And
it
now
then.
we have the truth.
Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
Yeah, Apollo's not blameless, but can't blame him too much.
Time to say goodbye, I guess.
You can always go back to Hades and visit, it sounds like. Maybe, possibly, sometimes. You have eternity. Maybe.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to go. Will I know where to go without you to guide the way across the storming seas? as bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you strayed, you will find your way. But it's time to go. It's time to go.
Nah, bullshit. Like, yeah, we rule Hades. Can't we see her
If I
again?
could bring you back, I would give it all to you, my best friend. If I could choose a muse,
You would give up godhood
Yeah.
to bring her back.
Alright, did we even want me a god?
every day, a life for a life, Farishta, please stay.
Could this maybe, like,
Grace,
stop the prophecy too, though?
it's time.
I mean, if you get rid of the last muse by just tossing it. Nah, fuck this. She's living. That's a pretty big difference at the end of this game.
Who knows what comes next?
It's actually
I will face it beside you.
You've returned.
all
You
of
did
us.
it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
So are we still ruling Hades? Hold up.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
Oh, right, yeah. That. Right. Should have thought
And
about that.
what happened?
I'm Queen of Hades.
I took Persephone's throne. Not that it did her much good.
The look.
You did what?
Stole my
yeah.
throne. You're looking at the new queen of Hades, Apollo. A mortal at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Last Cities apparently still applies.
Then you're no longer the last muse?
And you know why that was a problem, don't you? That's right. We learned about the prophecy, as well as all your lies. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
Well,
You're right.
but I'm not the muse.
I
Yeah,
actually
Freddy
hadn't
is.
considered
She's the
that
one that's
part.
gonna die now.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
Although I have to imagine that there's a problem with you not having any
That's
godhood
right.
and ruling
Leave. It's
Hades.
what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the last muse any longer. After all, your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
Then I'll just have to stop her, won't I?
Brave words for a mortal.
If I've learned anything, it's that idols aren't all powerful. Plus, I'll have help, right?
I lied to you, used you, and you still want my help?
I did steal
I'd say
your
you
throne.
owe me.
I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of a person.
Great.
No. Confront Freddy seems more aggressive than I'd like.
Freddy, can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me.
We did override her will. She didn't exactly give us a choice either. By jumping in front of a knife.
Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
Man, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
No, I'm serious.
And I'm not.
You went to kill
Freddy,
yourself over that. Like,
I'd do anything for you. Just like you do anything for me.
why did you jump in front of a knife?
Grace, I
It's the
told
same
you that
answer, right?
I was at peace with my decision.
And I'm at peace with mine.
I've watched the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
It's not like you asked about the knife.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. She could just pass it back, right? Like, then she'd just die again, and we'd become the muse again. That's it. Done.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here. Tell me what's wrong, Fred.
I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's not just being the muse. I'm different, and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you. I'm in love with you. And I have been for a really long time.
No shit.
Well, that's ironic.
What is?
I, feel the same way. I always have.
At least they're being accurate to lesbians.
Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
Why do you think I started the band? All this time. And neither of us said anything.
We know now. Isn't that a good thing?
The trial's tomorrow, Grace. Athena doesn't know about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can
Well, then
still
we'll be
get
back
through
to
this,
where
Fred.
we were.
Yeah, but even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I still love you?
I don't know.
Now every word's been said. fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time.
You're like 25.
I would prefer that we were late then, never together again. What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late?
No.
Too
I don't.
late?
Huh. We should go see everybody, right? We should probably see all of them.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
Sorry, you need to
Seemed
call me
pretty
Queen
finished
now,
to me.
right?
What more is there to discuss?
Well, what happens about me being Hades?
We could talk about what happened in Hades. We were kind of interrupted by Freddy, and then everything.
What else could we have said, Grace? Yelled at each other more, perhaps?
If it'd help, yeah.
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Self-pity. From the great Persephone. That's a new look.
How dare
Apollo's
you?
rubbing off on you.
It's not self-pity, it's...
Introspection, remorse. This isn't your usual playbook.
Fine. I'm trying to change, Grace. Is that what you wanted to hear?
It's a start.
Do you regret it? Surrendering your Eidolon?
Maybe a little, but it was worth it.
I wonder if I could have done as much for anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, she's already done it once. It's easy
You
the
gave her
second
your new
time.
life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Oh,
Only if we
I don't know about
survive.
that.
And I would never walk away from a friend.
Oh, okay, so now we can actually go. Gotcha. They want you to see at least 2 people? I wonder if there's anyone else you could actually see at the
Pan?
end, like Hecate
Are you
or
here?
something, depending on choices.
Pan!
You're no longer an idol. Maybe?
Alright then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
Is that a problem? Is the mighty Pan too sensitive to withstand a little yelling?
It's less the mighty Pan and more the naughty Pan. Perhaps even the delightful Pan?
Bah! That's right! Bah!
Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Sure.
Okay. Where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
yes.
you knew?
No, how could I?
Of course you could. It's really easy.
So
it was
what
very
now?
obvious.
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
I doubt Athena would agree. Or many of the other idols, for that matter.
Yes, well, if history says anything about the idols, it's that we're a bunch of reactionaries who make poor decisions.
This is true.
Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Yeah, I like Pan.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I know he did what he did with the best of intentions.
That does sound like him, yeah. I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I didn't mean for it to end up this way.
I know.
No, it's fine, dude.
It's okay, Apollo.
Jesus, stop being so mopey.
You have to stop torturing yourself over this.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy.
Yeah, yeah,
To
we
be
get
honest, I was relieved when you chose Persephone, even though I was worried she might lead you astray. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
Couldn't it
It's not
be?
over.
You said yourself, prophecies don't always work the way you think they will.
That's true. I did say that. I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
Jesus Christ, get over yourself.
I can only tell you I understand so many times. You really need to get your ears checked.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
And the end. Hello. Thank you.
So this is it. You're back where you started, with nothing to show for it. Tomorrow we head to the trial. And who knows what'll happen.
I was wondering why it was the
Like
auditorium,
a
because
boat lost at sea.
I assumed it's the one where the
with
trial
no
was.
sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All my life I have been carried through. At the mercy of tides, I lay unproved. But now I stand oar in hand, hoping my choices won't sink me. What can I do? If I'm a boat lost at sea, can I build sails, find a breeze, own my own destiny?
Okay, here we go.
See you later, I'm not the last muse. Bye.
Hello?
How did we get here then?
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
Yeah,
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no.
That's fun.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we?
Yeah, we gotta have the scenic execution. True. Feel like we should be immortal now that we rule Hades even without an Eidolon? Maybe. I mean, I guess that when we die, we'll probably have some very interesting things to do.
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain Ukraine fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Do you have anything to show that?
Extreme measures, such as murder. Would you sacrifice idols to save them, Athena? Seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
It is not unknown for a physician to cut off a limb in order to save the patient.
Oh, that's what you are? The heroic doctor, out to heal the poor, sick idols?
I am trying to save us! I will do anything and everything in my power and beyond to save us from extinction.
Will not continue doesn't mean die. Yeah,
Anything,
it's
huh?
very, yeah. Oh, hey.
And who might you be, my dear?
Go on, tell her.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi. For those of you who haven't met me, I'm Freddie. Just came back from the dead. And I'm the new muse.
That's impossible. Do you think us fools? Grace is standing right here, alive and well.
Yeah, you see, Grace gave up her Eidolon to bring me back from Hades. Seems that's a thing you can do.
Yeah, we did tell Pan
Don't suppose
that.
that changes your plans for the trial at all.
Maybe
Does
just
it?
surprised that we said it.
The Eidolon was not Grace's to pass on, so I'm afraid you'll have to share her fate.
It would be nice if they'd shown a
Freddie.
difference, though.
What you really mean is that she has to die because she's the last muse. And there can't be a last muse, can there?
I don't know what you're talking about, dear.
Also, yeah, he might just ape
That
it, I
is
guess.
such
sure.
a lie.
Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
If there's any threat to the survival of the idols, Athena, it's you. I'm willing to bet this isn't about the prophecy. No, really. This is about you staying in control.
How dare you!
How dare me? Who murdered Calliope? Who tried to murder me? Why keep it all a secret? Tell them.
I mean, you don't have that power anymore.
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me.
Yeah, it
The
is. Of course, it's me.
one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you.
The ends don't justify the means, Athena.
All these things that you are not prepared to do.
You say you care, Athena, look around. The way you idols down. From up above, you played your puppet show. You called it love. Athena, did you know?
I wish that Freddy was the one doing this part. But I guess that I can understand why they wouldn't have that. That's a lot of work. I don't know. I guess it makes sense that it's Grace still. Hey, Wildland, Texas. It's been a long time. How you doing?
In a quaint little pond like you. Only if I could just lie there, and any time I moved, I'd tremble a reed or two. Yes, there's a lot at stake, but there are other paths you can take. None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all? You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you.
You might want to pull that helmet down, yeah?
Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through.
I'm just gonna kill everyone. Seems like a bad way to protect them.
Considering some gallant thing, listen to me. I need you to cool it, no taking a bullet. I won't let you be that kind of a guy.
Our eyes shouldn't be glowing.
The one who leaps off into the void to help the crops to grow. Oh no. Death is not the only way to go.
Seems kind of likely right now, though.
I'm okay dying here if it's with you. You're the only place to be. Athena, you know me. I'm not the kind who
Let's get the cool witch lady.
ruled by emotion.
She also seems the strongest.
But I don't wanna be a murder accessory. Really, Pan, you?
The way I see it, if you have to take Grace, then you definitely have to take me.
I feel like that's not a big problem for her.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm sorry. just how long has she been in place?
Yeah, it's your own fucking fault. Fuck that. Gave her a little redemption, but now she gets to get a punch.
Honey, I don't care. The only thing that matters is you put yourself there.
Hey, Provoker, good to see you.
In me that shouted,
We're right at the end of this game.
Athena,
A community request from
be
Comet.
strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong.
I would say something, but we're kind of in the middle of the big finale.
I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is.
Punch her,
I
punch her,
leave it up
punch her,
to
punch her.
you what to do with this.
You're bad? You're just no bad? Good to see you, good to see you. Just I'm explaining why I can't say anything.
That's
Hell yeah.
funny. And this Calliope. Now we're done. Say bye to everyone. You're off to take a new exciting role in some dark hole.
That looked much more like a slap, yeah.
There you go. Now it's yours to drive. Let's see how long you stay alive.
You can't fire me, I quit. Alright, see you later, Provoker Noob. Have a good one. Yeah, I gotcha. Thanks for stopping in. It's always nice to see you, and you should definitely check out Provoker Noob. And of course, my good friend Boix from earlier also. Alright, when we get a moment here.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
I am,
better than
though
Ruben
I'll
Hades.
admit, the victory seems rather hollow. The idols could still be dying. If that's so, then I'll simply be presiding over our final days.
Well, everything's dying. But hey, welcome everybody. Hi, I'm Ilian. I stream generally a lot of old PC games, a lot of roguelikes and tactic games, stuff like that. Old person shit. But we're doing a little bit of this. We're just finishing up Stray Gods. There is a channel redemption that you can see for 250,000 points. You can have me play a game for a stream. This one was only 6 hours, so I decided I'd finish it. And like a lot of the times, if I like the game a fair bit and it seems like appropriate, I'll do it. But yeah. So we're finishing it up right now. I'm putting up the VODs on YouTube. One is already up there, but this one will go up as soon as we're done too. And already we're streaming live there also, because we can do that now. But I kind of can't go through the whole game because it is literally the end. Yeah, why have a chorus at all?
Why have the chorus at all, then? Seems a bit pointless.
Are you joking? The idols need us now more than ever.
Perhaps what the idols need most is change.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if I have
Pervert
any
pan, pervert
takers,
pan.
but have you considered rejoining the real world? Like Grace said, there is no point in the chorus. Get rid of it. Stop hiding in the shadows and just help each other instead.
Fulfill the prophecy, and then you don't have to die by just changing instead.
I'm not an idol anymore, so it's not my decision, but it's something to consider, yeah?
Huh. She has a point. We've been in hiding for so long, though. Do we even know how not to hide?
So
Maybe
what does that
I was the
even
only
really
one listening
mean?
to Grace's song. Surviving is what's been killing you. We need to do something new.
She's right.
By golly, are we truly considering something so radical? Have we
don't know what this
collectively
means.
lost our minds?
Is that a yes?
Like, do they just
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a little
hold a news
madness.
conference and
It is yes. Yes, indeed.
hi, we're gods?
I didn't really
Like,
want this
what-
chair anyhow. I agree. Let's do it.
I mean, it's not having like a council is a thing, but
Yeah. I can't believe you're so ready to give up that chair.
It won't be a hardship. Athena wore the fabric rather thin.
You know what I mean.
I told you I could change. All of us are long overdue, frankly.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would have been proud to serve in your course, sister.
Thank you, brother. Truly. Well, we have a lot of anxious idols to inform, shall we?
we're dissolving all the
If
government.
it's okay, could we catch up with you? I'd just like to talk to Grace for a minute.
We'll be outside. Make it quick.
I don't know what. I mean, I guess they're dissolving the government, but I don't know what about like, oh, we're not going to be hiding anymore means.
So-
'cause, like,
Well, that was pretty wild, huh?
huh?
You did it. You got through your trial unscathed.
We did it.
We did it. We got through the trial together, side by side.
I didn't have a choice, Grace.
Sure you did. Athena didn't know you were the muse. You could have stayed away.
And let you go through that alone? Not a chance.
I would have been lost without you.
I know things were pretty intense before the trial. I still don't know how I feel about us, about everything. And I understand if you wanted to get as far away from me and the idols as you could. Especially now that things are about to get weird.
No Kith.
You need me. The idols need me.
Do they? Okay, the idols though.
We'll get by. Probably. What I'm saying is, you don't need to feel obligated.
I like being needed.
Oh, thank God. I was so sure that you were gonna leave. I mean, you're free to go now, right?
And miss being high priestess to the goddess of late night lattes? Absolutely not.
I still need some time to figure us out.
Yeah, take all the time you need. We have that now.
No, you don't. Well, maybe. I don't know. The whole ruling
Ready
the
to go out
underworld
there
thing is
and
kind of a strange
Face
twist.
the music.
Always.
Ah, it's the fridge that was weird the whole time. We found the final piece of
Of
the
course
puzzle.
you're all here. Why wouldn't you be?
We
We
were
always knew
waiting
that
for
was
you.
weird.
They just showed up. I didn't think you'd mind too much.
I trust our many fans weren't giving you trouble at school. How do you feel?
I'm exhausted.
I think it's wonderful you've returned to your schooling. You even have the Oracle considering it.
It's
Yeah,
hard to
we're
expect
so
a lot
young,
of people
holy
following
shit.
her around asking every question possible about the idols.
Back in school.
I doubt she'll be as patient as you, Grace.
A lot's been going on here, too. You want to hear the goss?
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Freddy.
You mean other than incessantly talking about you?
I don't talk about Grace that much. Do I?
I think it's rather commendable how you've taken the remaining idols at Olympus under your wing.
Well, Athena's gone now, so somebody has to help them. And none of them even know how to ride a bus.
All this while preparing for your next big venture. Busy is our new muse.
That's supposed to be a secret.
Wait, what's this?
Well, I figured once you were done with your schooling, you might want to, I don't know, come with me. I mean, I
Rule
thought
the
maybe you missed
underworld?
being the muse. A little. So, we could try the band again. Go on tour.
Ooh, famously, being in a band together is great for relationships.
Muse teams up with former Muse to spread music to the world.
Man,
I guess. Maybe.
that'll work great.
That's awesome. I love it.
Good, because I've been arranging dates at clubs across the country. You two only need to give me the word.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace.
Oh my god.
And apologize
Stop.
one last time.
Whoa. Shut up.
I told you don't need to keep doing that.
Yes.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
You know, one day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
Oh boy.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not unless you count my many trips to Hades. No, it's business as always.
Trips to Hades?
You're its queen, Grace, but I am still the most familiar with its workings. Hades is changing. Perhaps it's the mere fact that the mortal world is aware of us again. I don't know. Or something else is
They're
stirring.
aware of the...
Oh, that's not ominous whatsoever.
Is
Are they
this
just like
something
letting
we
a
should be
few people
concerned
go,
about,
or like
sister?
I don't...
Not yet. I'll let you know. As for everything else, the club continues, more popular than ever. The world turns. What more is there to say?
Like, I don't know what it means to go public. I guess, like, to reveal to the world. But we kind of talked that that was almost impossible in a lot of ways, right? Like, I don't... It's a... And yeah, like, all the press and stuff. Like, I guess it's just... It's weird. I don't care about
I heard
it.
Eros and Venus left the city together. Was that right?
You heard correctly. Venus wanted to use her fame to do good works as an activist, and Eros is assisting her.
Okay, yeah,
Let's be realistic. He's there to catch her when her efforts inevitably implode.
I think you're underestimating Venus. I saw one of her speeches online, and it was incredible.
Aphrodite always did love being adored by the masses.
Well, at any rate, Eros sounded keen. He thinks this is a much better approach than wallowing in Olympus.
You mean he's glad to have time to pursue a new lover or two?
Go Eros.
Yeah, goddess sex. He's allowed.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Asterion is not, currently. He's going to appear on the next season of that, television dating show.
What? I thought that was just a rumor.
No. He is really doing it.
Asterion's rather thrilled at all the attention. Last I spoke to him.
I don't understand the appeal.
Of a giant bull man? Clearly, you have not been anywhere on the internet.
As for Hecate...
Yeah,
there's
him a
little
god
chance of her
shows sun
leaving the
powers. I
reliquary.
mean, I guess, but then
I
also, like,
assume she's the same as always.
why did they never
She
do that
is.
before? Or,
Hecate enjoys the solitude. At any rate, she claims everything will change for us soon enough.
It is written, I'm guessing.
Naturally.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess
I didn't do that.
The World War II stuff is
Grace, we
a
both
real
did, and
weird.
it was amazing.
Like, that's got some implications.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
It's a very... Isn't that like the plot of the Wonder Woman movie, too? I guess that's World
Perhaps
War I,
a
right?
round of drinks
Because
in
they
the
even knew to
underworld.
not step in
In
that.
Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
If you both don't mind, could Grace and I catch up?
Don't take too long, you two, or we'll start drinking without you.
Okay, so I have been doing some thinking, and I have something to say. The way I obsessed over you all those years, it wasn't healthy, was it?
No.
And maybe our relationship changing is a good thing. I'm an adult now. We need to do this over and do it right.
Does that mean you forgive me?
Forgive.
Within me there will always be something left behind in shadow. I'm tethered to you, I'm free. I've known, I've loved you before. We were grown, never alone. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late, it was fate. I've spent so long yearning, observing, seeking the light of your eyes. Now I return, nothing left in reserve. Your eyes, a sunrise. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late. It was
All right. And Kith. Thanks for being here, everybody. That was an interesting game. I have some issues with it, but in general it was pretty good. I think that, like, they stepped in a problem with the World War II stuff, because, like, implying that that's why a lot of it happens raises up a lot of really weird ethical and political questions. And then that just being like, oh, and like, and that's why they were in hiding in a lot of ways, right? Is so like, wait, but this time it's just fine. It's just cool this time. Don't worry about it. It is a little, it's a little weird. They just didn't need to step in it, I think. I just don't think they needed to go that way. I think bringing that part into it was a choice. It was maybe not great. If the humans know gods exist, they'll try to control them. I mean, that was a thing that they said earlier, right? And that they made a big plot point with World War II. Oh, Aphrodite got tortured by Nazis, and that's why World War II happened, is like... It's already a little weird, and then it's like, again, that's why the Wonder Woman movie used World War I, because you don't want to assign new, like, changed morals and meanings to what the Nazis did, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always a little weird. I guess it wasn't, like, fully part of it, but, like, or, like, maybe not, like, the full cause. Like, Hitler already seemed like they're saying that Hitler was already bad, obviously, but that, like, no, everyone else was trying to stop Aphrodite from getting tortured by the Nazis and Hitler becoming a god or something. it raises up weird problems. It raises up weird problems. A lot of the rest of the game seemed pretty good. The other thing, I didn't want to talk about that one, is like, honestly, in a lot of ways, that's kind of not my main issue with the game. That was a weird thing that they didn't need to step their foot into, which was awkward. That's the only reason why I'm raising that one up, is because I feel like that one's unforced error, right? Like, there was just no reason to bring it up. Just don't do that. You just don't need that. It just was unnecessary. That being said, the one thing that I was like, like the story itself, I like a lot of the characters are fun. That was the good part of the game, is like individual dialogue and individual characters is really nice in this game. But I think the overall plot of like Athena stuff is so incredibly telegraphed from like the very first few minutes of the game, almost. Like basically the minute that you see Athena, you're like, okay, yeah, it's her, right? Like, that's a bit of a shame. They do a great job. Like, it covers for it by having a really good art style and having a lot of really cool characters. But I was like, being able to just be like, okay, yeah, so I mean, does anybody, hey, hello? Yeah, Athena can't even wear a helmet properly. And it's bad when it ends up being that, because, like, when it's so obvious that it's her. Because two issues with that kind of come up, especially with Athena. One, how the fuck did nobody else see it, right? Like, all the rest, like, Persephone is that dumb that she's seeing this and like, nah, it can't be Athena. Like, it's just one of those ones where it's like, well, Apollo copying to knowing that it was her the whole time, I actually think that makes sense. The prophecy thing was okay. But like, yeah, there's a few things that are weird with that. And then like, some of the other side of it, it makes everyone else seem dumber than they necessarily need to be. And then the other side of it is, Athena's the goddess of wisdom. She is like, oh. It's just one of those, like, I feel like they needed to say something about, like, corrupted wisdom or something, right? Like, wisdom corrupted into fear. So they needed to, just a throwaway thing in there somewhere just to say something about that, just because otherwise it's kind of like, man, she's real fucking dumb though. Like, she made some dumb mistakes. Persephone is working with thousands of years of Athena protecting them hardcore. It's hard to imagine she might try a murder. That's exactly why it was obvious she would try a murder. But anyways, I'm going to bed. Thank you for the raid, T-Jabs. Here's the end screen. Thank you, T-Jabs. I was literally pressing it as you did that. Lovely to see you. I hope you're doing okay. Hi. I'm Alien. How was your stream? I am still gonna go to bed right away, but just to say, welcome everybody. T-Jabs is a very cool streamer. I hope you will think about stopping in again here sometime. I tend to do a lot of old games, a lot of roguelikes, old PC games specifically. I'm not as much into the retro console. I'm a bit of a weird retroer. But some of that, doing some tactics games. I've been very, very into BattleTech recently. And we have a podcast and stuff, but I do need to get to bed. Speaking of old games, oh, I hope everything goes well, T-Jabs. Doing Exile. All right, we will do some new games very soon. Tomorrow, we are doing Cobalt Core as a community request. Every Friday, we do, we do a vote every 2 Fridays for a new roguelike to do as like a longer stream on Friday. And then on Saturday, we're going to do the full roguelike stream where we do like a whole bunch of random roguelikes that are voted by chat. And you can do some fun channel point bets and all kinds of things like that. In the meantime, I'm going to host you over to somebody else, so don't go away. And I'm going to send you to Juker. Doing some jukebox. So Juker does a thing called the Jukebox, where he plays a bunch of retro games that people request. It's a very fun little thing. So you can get into some raffles, request some games, and enjoy the jukebox. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.